Hey guys, so my name is Renato Sampson. I'm about to talk to you about discourse communities today. Lego. So basically, a discourse community is a community that you're a part of that all share a common goal, common purpose, common mission, and use communication to get that across. So basically, the discourse community that I'm a part of, which I'm a part of many, one, in fact, is the First Dance Company at First Baptist Church of Fort Lauderdale. A lot of F's in there, I know. So basically, the purpose for ours, the mission for ours, the goal for ours, is to show the love of Christ to people that may not know Christ. And we do that through dance. So that is our kind of nonverbal communication to people outside of the discourse community. But within the discourse community, we do have a verbal language, so to speak. A lot of it is nonverbal just because we are dancers. I'm not a singer. I like to sing, but I'm not a singer. So it doesn't always have to be verbal. A lot of times we'll be very like physical, like we'll demonstrate the movement to each other and we'll kind of describe like the feeling that goes behind it, but for the most part we're demonstrating the movement to each other. Um, so yeah, with that there's so much more to our language and I'll get to that. But first, I already described what discourse community is, and we're a discourse community under that one mission. Basically, a little bit more about us. We meet every Wednesday night at the church. We meet some Mondays in case we need extra rehearsals, and also Sunday mornings before we go on. Yeah. And so, not too many rehearsals, but the dances aren't as many as the First Baptist Fort Lauderdale Christmas pageant that the First Dance Company stemmed from. That show had been going on for the last 37 years, and usually for that we'd rehearse Monday and Tuesday nights. When it got closer, we'd rehearse some Wednesday nights, some Friday nights, Saturdays, all day. And then we got into the show season, which was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday shows, 3 weekends. It was a lot. Luckily now we just have one dance at a time, maybe two dances, maybe three dances, but it's not as theatrical as the First Baptist Fort Lauderdale Christmas pageant was. So, yeah. So it's a little less. But yeah, that's our discourse community. Basically, that's when we meet. We communicate, the communication part of it, because that's a big part of why we're a discourse community. The communication that we demonstrate while we're in the discourse community is usually French terms, a lot of French terms, a lot of dance terms. A lot of the dance terms are in French. So basically, some of them being pas de doigt, pas de beret. Pas de doigt just means a duet, usually done with a male and a female in dance. Pas de beret is a certain step, a certain like quick step. Quick step also being a term. It's like da da da, like type of rhythm, da da da. And I don't know how to better describe it than that. Like I said, we have kind of secret language. A lot of it is physically demonstrated, or visually demonstrated. We use words to kind of emphasize what we're doing. So I may not have all the words to to explain what I want to explain to you, who may be an outsider, and I say that in the nicest terms just because you are outside of the discourse community. And looking from the outside in, it looks kind of strange, but I promise you when you get into it, then things start making sense. So we have pas de beret, pas de doigt, we have quick steps, we have balances, attitudes. Attitudes literally just a pretty much position with a bent leg in the air. Yeah, so it gets kind of special. It gets kind of kind of complicated to somebody that's not in it. But like I said, once you get into it, then you're kind of going to understand a little bit better. So that's my Discourse community. It looks a whole lot different than probably yours does. Um, and yeah, I mean, there's gamers that have their secret languages that are trying to pass levels. That's a Discourse community because they're communicating to help one another out and things of that nature. There's students in their Discourse communities. They may have drafts, tests, um, key terms that are a part of their course that they're taking, that they're all a part of, a study group. So that's their Discourse community. They communicate with each other for the purpose of passing the class, pretty much. Um, and yeah, so there's a lot of Discourse communities out there. I'm a part of a lot more than that, but that's the one I wanted to talk about today. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know about your Discourse communities. Basically, any group that you're a part of that you guys communicate and you guys have your own kind of secret language. Because I told you a little bit of mine, it's only fair if you tell me a little bit of yours. And that is all I got for you today.